Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Dark Sage Walker, and we're gonna bust out some more Binding of Isaac. This is the game series I like to turn to when I feel I need to just calm down. It's sort of like my go-to when things get rough, or just when I want to just sit down, relax, and just talk about some things. So we're gonna do Judas Greedier. Now, what are we looking for playing as Judas on Greedier Mode? Well, we have Book of Belial and high damage already, so damage is handled. What we kinda need as Judas, and I will say that I think I got it, is something along the lines of more health. Alright, so walk back and forth as many times as you want. It's not going to change the contents of the room. So, now what we need to do is just use essentially the power overwhelming strategy and just basically survive. Take the money that we get a key, get the toothpicks, and hopefully we get something good in the item. And using Book of Belial again isn't going to improve my damage any further, so. Judas is a character that by all rights is well equipped to handle Greedier Mode. You just have to play him carefully. So he's got the damage output, he's got what he needs to handle business to start off with. He just needs to be played a bit more carefully because of that low health. You do have basically a glass cannon character. But if you aim that cannon carefully, whew, you get some work done. Boy, I'm telling you. That's a lot of little wormy fuckers. There we go. Don't panic, just keep it calm, keep it collected. Yeah, that's it. Come for me, baby. Come on. More charter fuckers. There we go. See how that worked out? Not bad at all. Alright, so what's more important now, a key or the toothpicks? I would argue the toothpicks. Now let's do the boss waves. The boss waves will get me the key that I need. So I'm not worried about the key. The key can wait, but having better DPS, faster fire rate, and a bit more range to work with, that to me seems like the ideal. And now we're through one boss, we just gotta take care of the other one. But the faster fire rate is making this much easier to handle. Monstro, by all rights, should be no big deal. See, this is much easier to handle for me than trying to do this as Apollyon, because the Void item, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad I did this as Apollyon, but see, oh, that was awful damage. And not just because of, you know, iffy play on my behalf, but honestly, I just did not see that coming. I probably should have, but oh well. So what we've got for ourselves is the idea that the Void item that Apollyon starts with is definitely meant for. Alright, well, a little more health isn't going to hurt anything, but certainly would have helped to have something like, oh, I don't know, all the Void. Just saying. Check our item room. Daddy says no. We'll just move on. But the Void item for Apollyon is more so made for, you know, long-term gains. It's meant to help you get stronger over a period of time, like a normal run, which is where I think Apollyon shines. Let's go ahead and check the curse room. Ooh. I like that. That'll fund a key right off the bat. But does Apollyon really do it for me in Greed mode? I argue not really. I'd say that Apollyon is not well equipped to handle Greed Mode, and as a result, you need a pretty decent drop to really get anywhere with him. Honestly, I felt... Ooh, Infestation. Alright, now we're starting to look pretty strong. So, I argue that whereas Apollyon I feel is a good character, he is not a good character for Greed Mode. Well, Greed Mode, and especially not Greedier Mode. That is where you'll see Apollyon kind of start to fall apart. That was an awful dodge. What the... Whoa! You big! Sorry, I let a little bit of my black show. If anyone new to this channel is watching and is actually offended by the idea that I'm black, please take your sensibilities back to the 1960s where someone gives a shit. Sorry, but us Negroes are allowed to be nerds too, and I argue I'm not even much of a Negro. I act much more like a white guy. I listen to metal music. I play Dungeons and Dragons. I am not, you know, your stereotypical kind of thuggish personality. I'm not saying that as any sort of virtue signaling. I'm just saying, you know, I am not what you think of when you think of, you know, burly black dude. I'd argue I'm not even burly. Big, yes, but big is not the same thing as burly. That's gonna cause trouble in the next floor. I won't have the Book of Belial right off the bat to work with. Oh well, mistakes get made. You just do your best to play around your mistakes instead of pretending that they never happened. You'll make mistakes playing this game. You will. But hopefully the mistakes that you make aren't too big to recover from. Lord knows I've made my share of those, and later, when I'm, you know, through the save file and I want to just start playing for streaks, I'm going to need to learn to fess up to my mistakes and just be a better player. Okay, this is kind of easy. It's like playing jump rope. Alright, now let's go play jump rope with the other one. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, that was damage I shouldn't have taken. Alright, what do we got? Krampus! Okay, well, I mean, just by force of necessity, yeah, I will have the Book of Belial on the next floor ready to go after wave 1, but I would rather have not dealt with Krampus. Maybe he'll be nice and get me. Maybe he'll be nice. You know what? I was thinking of the mulligan when I picked up the infestation, so maybe I'm not as well off as I thought I was. Oh well. Can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. I'm not seeing anything here that's that good. So as per usual, buy the key. And then, ooh, bombs. Anything worth bombing aside from maybe you? There we go. I don't know why, for some reason I was having trouble with that. It's like I couldn't fathom where the L button was. Oh, that's gonna do a world of good for my health. That is an unmitigated piece of garbage, and that actually hurts my prospects for this floor way more than you think. I was hoping for some legitimate improvement, instead I got slapped in the face. Alright, so then we're gonna have to re-roll and hope for something good. I mean, to be fair, that's pretty good. A little bit more movement speed never hurt anybody. But I need something a bit more substantial than that if I'm going to sustain victory on Greedier Mode. Okay, well, there's nothing for it. Let's just get right down to business. there may be a redo involved here. Not gonna lie, like I said, Greedier Mode is not anyone's friend. I can appreciate Greedier Mode for being a more challenging alternative to Greed Mode. Essentially the butter to Greed Mode's margarine. But that doesn't mean that I think it was pulled off in the best of manners. Oh, smooth. Yeah, I was thinking of the mulligan when I picked up Infestation, so... eh. So I think I'll have enough health to make it through to the next floor without too many issues. But starting at the next floor, if we don't get anything really good to improve with, then smooth. It's already an uphill struggle. The enemies are becoming more of a hassle, and oh, those death heads aren't going away. Oh. Basically, working with almost the exact same God damn it! Stop. And this is what happens when you can't take out the enemies fast enough, is that they just pile up and gang up on you. There's so little real estate I can move around in without taking damage right now that it's absurd. And that's why becoming strong quick in Greedier Mode is paramount. Right now, we're stagnating. Stagnating isn't going to help us move forward. Alright. Alright, well that's about the best I can do for right now. And unfortunately, I would argue that Booger Tears are not that effective against Bighorn because of how often he kind of burrows away and is just like, ha, see ya, sucker. Certainly we're not going to have him down before the fucking champion bloat. Fuck my life. Okay, well. If we weren't in trouble earlier, we certainly are now. I'm going to try not to dwell on it, but it's awfully hard when you have bosses that take up as much real estate as these two. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is the end of the run here. Okay, amazingly, no, it's not the end of the run. I just don't think I have a chance unless I do. Oh, that's right, I have Placenta. I forgot. I think Placenta would be a better item if the regeneration activated more quickly. As is, it just kind of feels like, you know, it's there just because. It would just be another HP item otherwise. If the regeneration happened a little faster, then it would actually be an HP up that would really be worth something. It's not to say that it's not, it's just not as good as it could be. Okay. We are in serious danger. We gotta play like your life depends on it, because it kinda does. Alright, sinus infection is doing good work. What? Oh my god, I forgot about his creep. Oh, that's awful. Oh well, nothing for it. Let's restart. I don't know if this is necessarily good or bad, but at least it gives me a pretty free crack at the curse room. That playing card might be useful. Especially since I'm just getting the common cold here. Don't get me wrong, poison damage is helpful, it's just, you know, I don't know, I mean, at this point projecting a little bit. I would have rather had the run that had the tier rate at the beginning. Problem is, it didn't have anything else, so maybe it's for the best that that run got ended. had a good place to start, but then it didn't go anywhere from there. Go away. No, please die. Thank you. But like I said, one of the good things you can get with Judas at the beginning of a Greedier Mode run is HP. Damn you, Big! Game seems to be loving giant enemies right now. Get away from me. No, oh, that was awful. Alright, there actually wasn't anything in there that I wanted. I'm not about to take experimental treatment, so... Okay, we're just moving on. Champion Duke of Flies. This is a little bit better for a first boss. By the way, another difference between Greed and Greedier, you get half as much time to clear a boss. If you can't do it, the next boss spawns regardless. You're not getting a grace period. Greedier Mode is not known for its mercy. It has no mercy to give. Woo. Oh, that's a rock. Alright, I really should just dip out and grab a heart, but I don't want to put the Book of Belial to waste. I can probably get around these guys without taking damage. They don't super jump, this champion monster just pops and spits. So I can probably handle this pretty effectively. There's one down. And there's the other one. Now let's hope for a good deal with the devil. I said a good deal with the devil. What is this garbage? Oh, maybe the angels would be more generous. Take my heart. Take my ball. I'm going home. After I clear this surprise wave. Yeah, wandering headless babies. Perfect. Did I mention this game was dark? As long as I just mentioned the word dark. I've been thinking a little bit about Darkest Dungeon. I know the game had some balance changes that shifted things around, because one of the best strategies to employ in Darkest Dungeon was basically the strategy of Cheez-It with all sorts of stuns and whatnot. I don't know if I know a lot of things were done in the way of trying to put a stop to that. But how much has that changed the game, I wonder? Okay, it's a luck upgrade. I don't know how much I appreciate that. I certainly don't know how much I appreciate Best Bud. That's kind of garbage. That seems to be the theme of the run, hot garbage. So let's see what happens if I just re-roll it all. Honestly, that looks better. Alright. I'm just gonna roll with it. We now have further upgraded damage. We have the Parasite, which is a good item in and of itself, but also really good for synergies, which I'm hoping we come across a good synergy with this. Basically, even in its most basic of senses, if I can just get piercing shots right now, I'd feel pretty darn good about myself. Oh god, no, don't spawn on top of me, playa. Nubs. Ah! That didn't even look blue. Come on. Be reasonable here. I don't recall there being anything else in the shop that I was really all that interested in. Mom's key, maybe. And that's a serious maybe. For the price of 3 keys, I get 2 keys. Now I know what you're thinking, but stick with me, my story gets better. And treasure chests have better output. I don't know, I'm thinking honestly I'd rather just have the bomb and try re-rolling everything. I haven't even seen a single trinket, let alone multiple trinkets enough to necessitate Mom's purse. I could care less about a range and luck upgrade. Alright, well, we're just moving forward then. Oh, I made a stupid. I should have used that before I stepped on the button. I made the same mistake last time, too. I should really just do all the waves in a row, so I don't even have to think about it. A sack of pennies is gonna help, though. Ow! Yeah, how many hours do you have in this game if you're still getting hit by that? No, shut up. I'd like to see you play a game that has, you know, high intensity and always do well while talking. And as a matter of fact, that's part of the reason why I tend to get derailed so easily while I'm playing, is because I'm talking, and already I know I'm one of those people that tends to ramble. And it's normally because my brain is trying to catch up with what I'm thinking. Gimpy's worth it. So then add on nervousness of trying to do well on YouTube with, you know, some of the other things that I tend to deal with on a day-by-day basis, and, you know, what was already a bad habit of mine ends up just looking like, oh, he's just dumb. Don't worry about that dumb guy, he's just 10 flavors of dumb. And so, you know, on most other days I'd agree with you, but I'm trying not to be dumb right now. Admittedly, not doing a great job, but I'm trying. Okay, so we've got 2 decent upgrades here in the way of Scorpio and Lump of Coal. So let's take this. I think Lump of Coal will be more transformative. And then hopefully we get a good item room item. I feel like the universe is trying to slap me in the face right now. Okay, well, let's get rolling. Hey, we've got the foundation for a good run in here somewhere. We just need to find a way to make it work. Still having a base rate of fire is just awful, though. But Gimpy making more enemies pay out with half red hearts more commonly will help me keep this bone heart filled. And I was pretty sure Gimpy would be worth it, but perfect. Alright, oh, there's things. Love to get this wave cleared before... Oh, there's a portal! Oh, crap. God damn it, Delirium. You have to send your portals after me. Ah, no. No. If you can make sense of what I just said, then you are a better translator than I'll ever be. Alright, so now let's get Scorpio. Again, not the greatest synergy in the world, but the spread shots along with the poison, I think, will go a long way. If nothing else, at least I'm being consistently upgraded. And I know I got cheap keys on this floor, so... Look, I'm even being compensated for the cheap key. Man. Feels good to have a strong sense of economics. What does that have to do with Isaac? Shut up. Oh, no. Too much shit bouncing around the room. I'm not going to be able to clear it before the next wave shows up. God damn it. Oh yeah, we're in trouble. Too much shit bouncing around. Yeah, champion keeps spawning with 3 death heads, 4 death heads, like I said. This is... No, it's easy. That at least clears up some room. Look, I'm fine with the idea that Greedier is harder, but it's such a night and day difference. Like, we were all having a fine time on Greed Mode. We were laughing and playing like school children who had just found a giant stick in the backyard, and we're playing Masters of the Universe. And if you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button. It helps my metrics, like and comment, but of course the best thing you can do with this video is share it with a friend and laugh at my ineptitude. This is Dark Sage Walker. I'll be seeing you.